Hello, my name is Sebastian Sotomayor, and this is my application 6 for real-time systems. For the purpose of this demo, I will run this code for a few seconds now, and then pause it, and just look at the logs to prove all the deadlines are being met for every task. So let's start with the heartbeat task. This toggles the LED on and off for 500 milliseconds each, and I calculate this by getting the starting tick count at the very beginning, have them toggle on and off, and then get the ending tick count. Its deadline is 1,000 milliseconds or 1 second. And as we can see by the logs, it is being exactly met. It is meeting that exact deadline. So it is being met. For the center task, it runs at 100 milliseconds and the deadline is also 100 milliseconds. This is a hard real time, so it has to execute this task pretty fast. We get the starting tick count at the very beginning, get the ending tick count once the operation is done, and protect the print statement with a mutex. And let me see if I can get a, here we go. The center task takes 0 milliseconds to execute, so that deadline is being met. For event handler, we can see that since it runs at 10 milliseconds, it basically spams the log, but that deadline is definitely being met since it takes 0 milliseconds to execute. The deadline is 50 milliseconds, but like I said, it definitely executes that. And lastly, communications. This executes every 500 milliseconds, and it just prints a JSON formatted message just detailing the status of the system. And for the last thing I would like to demo is if I resume this code, if I resume this code and expand this a bit, might be a bit fast to see, but I'm going to push the button a few times. Well, actually, I push the button and this LED lights up. So you can see that it is almost instantaneous on every click, and it is not keeping the light on. It is not freezing the system. So this interrupt service routine is executing as expected as well. Thank you for listening to my presentation.